Welcome to Cyberfest. We're here to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I suppose first and foremost, we want to say a big thank you to Beer 52 for having us. It's great to be part of a festival like this in I suppose a different St. Patrick's Day than we would normally have. We're from Wicklow Wolf here in Ireland. My name's Darryl. I'm the marketing manager at Wicklow Wolf.
My name's John. I'm the production manager.
Dead silence. So Wicklow Wolf, we were set up by Quincy and Simon, two friends who I suppose came together. They were Mrs. Doubtfire at home, both of them, and that's how they just like to describe it as themselves, that their better halves were both out making all the money and the two lads are just minding the kids. So at the school gates they came up with the idea of brewing beer together and swapping home brews together. They both spent time in San Francisco where they fell in love with craft beer and started home brewing, and they came back to Ireland and I suppose they got going and decided to set up a brewery to brew beer for their friends, which then just snowballed into moving into a big 17,000 square foot brewery. So before we had a brewery, we actually had our very own hop farm, which was one of the first hop farms in Ireland in over 25 years, first commercial hop farm in over 25 years. Our hop farm is located just up in the Wicklow Mountains, where we have a 10-acre farm and we grow about 3 acres of hops. We've recently moved brewery about a year and a half ago. We moved to our new brewery that we're sitting in here, and we've also just planted, we're in the process of today actually, planting the first hops down at the brewery site as well, which is very exciting for us.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It means we literally go outside the door, harvest hops, bring them in, put them in a brew, doing cool wet hop beer as part of our Locavore series of beers, which you don't get any fresher than that.
No, it's great. It's all part of our ethos in terms of, I suppose, trying to brew beer that celebrates Wicklow, champions Wicklow, where we are from, and do it in a sustainable way as well. So it's a nice part of our story. So let's stop waffling, John, and get into it and start drinking beer. We've got some Mammoth IPA today.
So the beer that you guys have in your box at home for Cyberfest is Mammoth. Mammoth is our West Coast IPA. When we moved to the new brewery, we kind of take one of our old recipes, which is called IPA, and give a bit of an update, made it a bit bigger, a bit punchier, added in some new hops. So this is it's a blend of kind of older hops like Cascade and Chinook, something a little bit newer than Simcoe, and then we have Strata and Eureka in there as well. So it's a really good mix of kind of piney, pithy, resinous hops, some fruit, some bubblegum from Simcoe, and some real heavy punch from the Strata especially, which is come on the scene recently and is a very impressive hop. We like to use good hops in all of our beers, or all of our core range, not just in special beers. So Mammoth now is a rare thing in that it's a 6.3% West Coast IPA, which you don't really see too much of anymore.
You always get this wrong. It's 6.2. It's so we used to brew a beer, as John touched on, before we moved to the brewery. It was just called IPA. It was the second beer we actually ever brewed as a brewery, and I suppose we just tweaked the recipe and played around with the hops that we put into it. And I suppose it came into the idea that Quincy was giving out that we were putting too much hops in, and so that was like, it kind of came out of a mammoth, and a mammoth amount of hops went in. So that's, I suppose, where the name came from.
Yeah, it's a bigger, badder, in a good way.
Good, bad, not bad.
Pithy, good strong bitterness. It's West Coast IPAs were the Mac Daddy of beers from America, which everyone kind of was influenced by, and this is our tribute to that style. And I think it's making a bit of a resurgence. You can't deny it. It's a great beer. Yeah,
like the hops really come through well, but I suppose with this beer it has a really nice kind of strong malty backbone as well, which helps support it, which isn't really there in a lot of more New England styles. And I think it's clear as well. It's not hazy.
That's a novelty.
Yeah.
There you go. You can see through it.
Exactly. But no, it's a beer that we're really happy with. It's doing really well for us. I suppose it's a beer that we like to drink, which is, well, we like to drink all our beers. We can't. It's like having children. You don't say, I like you more than that one.
Yes, you do.
But, well, you should do. I suppose you have kids. So
yeah.
who's your favourite, John?
Mammoth, my favourite. My favourite baby.
But no, thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoy the beer, and let us know what your thoughts are. We're dying to hear your feedback. John's waiting, aren't you, John?
Yes, please. Tell me.
Cheers.
Cheers.